I see the universe through a brand new set of eyes, one moment after the other, and everything is new. Why not just ask why?
What I find spectacular about our Milky Way is that we now know that the laws of physics and chemistry and math that we all learn in school apply equally well from one side of the Milky Way to the other. Laws of gravity, electromagnetism, quantum mechanics, the same. Even the constants of nature are the same within our Milky Way. And that should give us some confidence that the physical properties that we see here on the Earth and within our solar system, the chemistry here on the Earth, should be reproduced elsewhere in the Milky Way galaxy.
A virus walks into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve viruses in this bar." The virus replaces the bartender and says, "Now we do." An infectious disease walks into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve infectious diseases in this bar." The infectious disease says, "Well, you're not a very good host." Two bacteria walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve bacteria in this bar." The bacteria say, "But we work here. We're staff." Good. A groan and an applause. Somehow I think that's the perfect response.
About the time the first life was appearing on Earth, we might have a view like this. And on the moon, we have a giant impact occurring, which those are still occurring around 3.5 billion years ago. This occasionally very large meteorites, planetoids, would smash into the Earth and devastate the planet enough to completely erase the life and cause it to evolution to start over again. That's probably my most widely reproduced painting on the web, by the way. And this is a scene in the Triassic era, at the end of the Triassic, when many forms of life were dying. We see some of the first dinosaurs in the foreground and some of the earliest precursors to the mammals on the left. This is the most celebrated of the extinction events, the KT event, the end of the age of dinosaurs, about 65 million years ago. I would go to a lot of effort to try to make this look right. I would do research, another view of the same event, to talk to experts in the field and try to make it look right. I want to reproduce it in my head as much as possible.
I've been working on a few things, okay? Now, here's one of my ideas. I'm working on an auto-emoticon insertion algorithm. Got that? Don't you think that's a good idea? It looks back at your sentence and it inserts the correct, right, emoticon. As an example, I'll give you an example. Suppose you type, "good work." It automatically inserts the sarcasm emoticon. Suppose you write, "I love you." It automatically inserts the "but not in that way" emoticon. Or depending on the context, it might insert the "when I say I love you, I mean I love the class of people to which you belong, but not necessarily you specifically" emoticon. Here's one I'm working on, and I think it's great. It's called velocity-sensitive fonts. See if you don't like this. What happens is, the harder you hit the keys, the bigger the font. That's a good idea, don't you think?
This is the iceberg. The iceberg is, this is the temperature of the Earth over the last roughly 1,000 years. And this solid curve is the average of the temperature. And so what has happened is that the temperature has risen roughly 0.8, 0.7 degrees centigrade since 1800, because we don't really know how the movie's going to end. However, if it increases by 6 degrees centigrade, that's not good news.
Videos of Apollo astronauts show them hopping rather than walking on the lunar surface, okay? What physical attribute of the moon makes jumping easier than walking? Students, that's a matter of reflexes.
Acceleration, gravitational acceleration is less.
Yeah, we'll accept that. That's our answer. It's just simply weak or lower gravity. All right? Now. Okay. Now it gets interesting.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks a lot.